Hello, welcome to the T803 Tech Tree Showcase. In this video, we're going to go from tier 5 all the way up to tier 11 to show you how to perform and also what you can expect from the line. We start out at tier 5 with the T1 Heavy, although it has now been abbreviated to just T1. This has 115 alpha damage with 128 standard penetration. If we go to the premium round, which is APCR, that bumps up to 177. The HE on this vehicle is not that great at only 38 pen, but you do have 185 alpha. You have a 2.19 second reload, which gives you 2,300, nearly 2,400 DPM. Although it is with 0.39 accuracy, and the aim time at least is very good at 1.8 seconds. You have 990 hit points, and that is using hardening. If we were to remove that, 910. You go at 39 km/h forwards with 16 in reverse and 16.4 power to weight. That is using a turbo. If we were to remove that, 35 forwards, 14 in reverse, and 15.3 power to weight. Camo rating is fantastic, and you have 396 meters view range. The armor of this vehicle is not actually as good as you might think. You have 88mm to pen on the upper hull, and then on the lower section, you have about 96, going down to 102, then auto ricochet zones. But the turret is pretty good and you will get some bounces here. Although you do need to be aware that all the way around the gun mantlet is only about 100mm to 110mm thick. And you also can't side scrape because this bit is always there ready for people to shoot. So the armor is not that great. Yes, you can play hold down, but it does have the weak spots here and there. But the gun is the main feature on this tank and you can absolutely shred people with this vehicle. Okay, Overlord. We will teach the people once more, as I do every single week and every single time I play this game, do not go to the beach. Oh, we have a KV1 and a Type T34 going beach. There is also an AC. Ah, BDR and friends. No, you don't see me, Mr. BDR. Go away. That was a very good trade. I like that. I'm not liking the fact that I'm completely alone here, though, and I need to try and run away before someone just flies around this corner. I think I might just sit behind this. Oh, the Panzer IV-H is up here still. I didn't even realise. Oh, that's a rock. Oh, look, the Churchill 1. Well, the Panzer IV-H is doing some immense gaming. Let's just put it that way. I'm not too sure what's behind this, but we'll just try and put one shot into the BDR and then back off. Unfortunately, my team are wanting to go to the beach, which is a problem. Why is my Churchill over that side of the map? Don't worry about it. Don't question it. Everything's fine. Yeah, this isn't looking great. I mean, surely the BDR gets bored and wants to try and come around this way. If he does, then unlucky. No, the BDR has gone to the beach. Oh, they are now trying to push into the TDs, which is again a massive issue. Go on. Thank you. SU-85? Any enjoyers that want to sit up here? I mean, well, they went to the beach and no one's won the beach. One day people will learn how useless the beach actually is. But until that time... KV-220. Is he AFK? No, he's moving. That is quite scary. Oh god, it's an IKV. Back we go. Hide from the very bad IKV. And then we just need to pen the turret of this, if we can. Alright, premium then. There we go. No, he won't hit that. It's fine. No, it was just a lucky shot. He'll never hit it again. See, told you. Okay. Max, could you please start aiming again? Thank you. Where is IKV? Here, little IKV. I'll be nice to you. Trust me. Oh, I mean, nearly 2k damage. That's not too bad. The BDR's still alive as well. Where? Come on. Uh-oh. Oh my... Please! How are you this luck? Like, he's perfectly just... Go forward instantly. He really didn't want to die to me, did he? Peek. No? No? Okay. Nobody wants to die to me, apparently. Everyone wants to die to the SMV. 2k damage, 2 kills. I mean, it's good enough. Apply. At tier 6, we have the M6. I actually kind of like that. Up is the alpha damage to now 240, with 160 standard penetration. If you go to the premium round, which is APCR, 204. The HE on this vehicle is 45 pen with 320 alpha damage, but the pen is lacking. You have a 6.46 second reload time, obviously taking into consideration the alpha damage increase, but that still gives you 2200 DPM. It also has 0.36 accuracy and a 1.97 second aim time. You have 1250 hit points, that is using hardening. If we were to remove it, 1140. You go at exactly the same speed as the previous vehicle, the T1 Heavy. You also have similar camera rating, which is to be expected, and the view range is up to 407 meters. The armor, however, is pretty much exactly the same as the T1 Heavy. The hull armor is roughly the same, the turret armor is roughly the same, you have that little ring around the gun mantlet, which is the same millimeter thickness. The only difference really in this vehicle is the gun. So this then means that you can play this vehicle as a perfect progression from the T1 Heavy, but you just have more alpha damage to trade with now. This tank did used to be mega OP, and it's now in a more reasonable state, but it's still very nice to play. Or Erlenberg. Yes, yes, yes. We cross straight away. Maybe we cross early rather than later. I think we cross early. Crocodile, Churchill, M6, KV2. KV2 is a problem. Tiger 131 is also kind of a bit of an issue. But I mean, we have a good enough gun, so we should be okay. Wow, the E8 Sherman is very aggressive here. Why are you... Where is my shell going? No, KV2. No, you're not allowed. We just take our turn shooting the little E6 or E8. Oh my god. Why is the gun being so derpy? Can it please stop? Okay, I mean, this is a decent start, but like, where is the enemy team? Oh, hello, Crocodile. Okay. What is happening to the enemy team? They might as well not be playing. Ah, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. I can't actually push this, so I'm just going to wait for maybe the Super Chaffee to go and spot. I mean, he's low health, though. Hello, Britannia Panther. You're about to just disappear. No? No one wants to shoot it, apparently? Okay. No, no one wants to shoot it, apparently. Buzz, what is happening? What is the enemy team doing? Uh-oh. Why is that KV2 scouting? Both of the KV2s are scouting. There wasn't a 8... Why is the 88 there? Alright, we load premium because it's an 88. The national one is over there. 88? Are you going to get spotted again? This is such a weird game. Like, the enemy team literally just didn't play the game. Like, they all went over this side and just at the back. Uh-oh. Leave me alone. I'm just a small little M6. I'm not going to harm anyone. The KV2 is still taking shots, though. I mean, I think the Burz is going to get spotted before anyone else. Oh. Maybe not. Is he facing this way? He is. Ah. Yeah. I think we'll just continue aiming at the Burzer because I can't pin an 88 from this distance. I mean, surely one of them is going to go forwards to try and spot. See, the Burzer did. Ah, the T78 is also there. I don't know if it's the KV2 that's spotting. I don't think it is. I can actually push into this and then try and kill him. Burzer! Here, little Burzer. Yeah. Okay. I forgot that the Burzer actually has armor. Well, GG, I guess. 2.5k for a tier 6 with 3 kills is only second class. It's only 1,000 though. I always get baited by this. Like, I need a load more kills to actually get a mastery with this, don't I? Like, it doesn't actually matter about the damage. It matters more about the kills that you get. Oh well, apply. At tier 7, we have the T29. Now, this tank actually has a choice of 2 different guns. You can either use a 90mm gun, which is similar to what you had on the M6, but it just has a bit better stats overall and more premium pen, or you can use the 105mm gun, which is going to give you 320 alpha damage and a little bit more pen overall as well. However, this 105 caliber gun, as you'll see, the DPM is catastrophic in comparison to the 90, as well as the aim time and the accuracy. And honestly, this is just down to you personally. You can pick either of these and be absolutely fine with this tank. I personally prefer the 105 because I like alpha damage in this game, and I think alpha is king most of the time, especially when you're at tier 7 now and you're going to meet tier 9s sometimes. If you have a little 90mm gun, it can feel like you're just tickling them with 240 alpha. Whereas at least if you have 320, it's a little bit more substantial. For the rest of this, it will be using the 105, but I wanted to mention this because it is there as an option to you. You are going to have to unlock the 105 regardless of what you're going to do in this vehicle because that leads on to the T32. So as I said, we're going to be using the 105, so alpha damage has increased to 320 with 198 standard penetration. The premium rounds on this vehicle bump that up to 245. The HE has 53 pen, which is a nice increase from the previous tanks, but still not amazing, but it does have 420 alpha. The reload time is 10.66 seconds, and that gives you 1,800 DPM. Oh dear. 0.38 accuracy and a 2.24 second aim time. This is not good. And up until this tank, we've just been using HP Turbo Rammer because, well, for the T1 Heavy and the M6, that's what you should probably use. But now we are using Turbo, Rammer, and Stab. And this is not only because the soft stats aren't that great on this vehicle, but it's also just to control the aim time a little bit. The smaller the circle size is, the less time we actually have to spend aiming. We have 1,340 hit points, and we are not using hardening. We do go at 39 km/h forwards, 14 in reverse, and 14 power to weight. So we're actually quite a bit slower than the previous tanks as well. Not so much in the top forward speed, but in the power to weight. And that's all while using a turbo. If we were to remove that, we're even slower. 35, 12, and 13. Camo rating is similar to the previous vehicles, and we have 418 meters view range. However, up until now, the armor has not been that great, if we're being honest. But this is where it starts to change. You have a very, very strong turret. The hull armor, not so much, but the turret is lovely. They're going to need around about 280 millimeters to go through the cheeks either side, and if you want to go through the gun mantlet, again, around about 280. But don't worry, there is a cupola on this tank. Just good luck hitting it. And if you are using all your gun depression, then this is a problem for the enemy. You can bait shots with your side armor though because it is 76 millimeters thick. Nothing that you're going to meet can really overmatch you. Although you do need to always be careful about the hull armor. So the whole idea of this tank is to get onto a ridgeline and just control it. You really don't want to be seen without a hold down, and you really don't want to be seen out in the open completely. It's all about going hold down, using all the gun depression, putting shots in time and time again, and then peeking up as and when it's necessary. Oh, good matchmaking. Good map. Straight into the premium rounds. I'm not messing around with this. Oh, wow. Okay, I can overmatch his roof. That isn't my spotting, though. I should have really tracked him there. I was tempted to try and kill the CC at the back there, but it's probably not going to happen. I mean, this is very, very good so far. I hit the wrong tank. That's not who I was aiming for. But alright. Alright, is the IS wanting to play? IS is indeed wanting to play. Lovely. Okay. Don't think we're going to get another shot at him, though. Might get another shot at the Comet. Whew! And now we go in for the T29. I don't even try and ram him. Didn't quite do as much damage as I thought. Oh, gun block him and everything. Look at that. What a professional. I mean, now we can go back to the standard rounds because we're not going to need them. Oost. Up you go. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to go up as well. Where is Mr. Stuart? Oh my god. Why are you there? Stuart? Friend? Oh. Okay, the gun has gone back to its usual ways of wanting to hit the floor. Oh, there's another Stuart. That's not actually that good for me. Look, please leave me alone. I'm going to aim for this. More guaranteed damage than trying to shoot these. Nice! A good game! Only a first class for 3.8k. Unfortunate. Apply. At tier 8, we have the T32. The alpha damage is either an increase if you're using the 90 caliber gun on the T29, or exactly the same if you're using the 105. You have 320 alpha damage, 218 standard penetration, and the premium, which is APCR, goes up to 252. The HE on this vehicle is exactly the same as the previous tank if you're using the 105 at 53 pen and 420 alpha. The reload time is 7.27 seconds, and that gives you 2,600 DPM. You have a 0.33 dispersion and 1.71 second aim time. This is a massive upgrade if you're using the 105 from the T29, and also quite a big upgrade even if you're using the 90. You have 1,870 hit points, and we are using hardening. If we were to remove that, 1,700. You go at 40 km/h forwards, 17 in reverse, and a 16 power to weight. That is obviously using a turbo. If you were to remove that, 36, 15, and 14.9. 7.8% camo rating, which is again pretty similar to the rest of them, and 441 meters view range, which is actually a big step up. And if you enjoyed the armor on the T29, you would love it on the T32. This turret is now now even better. You may say, Max, there is a massive green bar here that everybody's going to hit. No, they won't. This green bar being here is one of those things where you look at it in an armor model and think, yeah, that's really easy to pen. And then you go and try to do it in game and you don't hit it. Although the enemy do seem to hit it on you all the time. But that's besides the point. As you'll see, the cupola is around about 230 pen because that's normal. As you'll see, the cheeks either side are around about 300 to 600 in some places. And the gun manlet is around about 300 pen needed to go straight through it. The hull armor is pretty similar to the T29 where it is completely paper though. The side armor is more than thick enough to be able to side scrape. Again, 76mm, the same as the T29. But you do need to be careful about if they go a little bit too low because they could hit the belly. So if you start rocking backwards and forwards, they could actually aim low enough and then go through here. Overall, same playstyle as the T29, but you are just more comfy in this vehicle. You might have felt a bit sluggish in the T29, but this feels a lot more mobile and the gun is just so much nicer to play with. It is a true ridgeline tank, just following on from the T29. I got one. We actually hit? I might actually just try and hit him a bit more. And now we'll back off because we're spotted. But there you go. Not a bad start. I wonder if anyone's going to try and go into this little corner bit. Because I would like to get into there. Yeah. I think I can overmatch the side skirts. I think. Yeah, I think when he bounces up, maybe? I don't know. Time for premium. Poor guy. I actually track him again. I mean, there is a chance that I can pen him, but... I mean, I have to hit him. Unfortunately, the gun does not want to do that. I believe it is now time, though, that we push forwards to try and get more damage. So there should be people up here. Which there is. Oh my god. Thank you, gun. I'm gonna go for the Type 57, try and kill him. I mean, this is just cleaning up the entire rest of the team now. Nothing is really too difficult for this. The IS-6 is at the back of the map sniping, apparently. Maybe set him on fire. Oh, there's even a T43 here. Shoot the easier targets, Max. There we go. Do I actually get spotting on this? I am getting some spotting. Oh. Eshu is probably going to peek in a second. Not my spotting, though. Feels bad, man. I get half the spotting for that, at least. Oh, dear. Oh, wait, where's the arty? Arty! Hello? Are you in that bush, or are you in this bit? I mean, I'm spotted. Nice. I even bounced him. He had heat loaded. Oh, what was that game? Alright, really 3.4k. It is only second class, but I mean, with all of these tanks, like, you're going to have to do something pretty insane in these types of games. Like, it was against tier 7s, unfortunately, so you're not going to get an ace. Apply. At tier 9, we have the M103. Alpha damage is up to 400 with 258 standard penetration. If you used a premium round, which is heat, you have 340 pen. This is straight up tier 10 pen at tier 9, and that is lovely to see. The HE rounds on this vehicle are 60 pen with 515 alpha. These are actually usable HE on a lot of vehicles. You have an 8.08 second reload time, and that gives you 2,971 DPM, 0.33 dispersion, and a 2-second aim time. You have 2,210 hit points, and that is using hardening. If we were to remove it, 2010. You actually shave off a km/h top speed from the T29, so you're back down to 39 km/h, 15 in reverse, and 17 power to weight. And if you were to not use a turbo, 35, 13, and 16. 6% camo rating as usual, and 439 meters view range. As for the armor on the M103, it's tier for tier worse than the T29 and the T32, but it doesn't mean that it's horrific. The cupola is bigger than the T32 and the T29, and if it's on flat ground, it's pretty easy to hit. The rest of the turret is actually pretty strong. There is an overmatch point here, but not everybody's going to hit that, and you are going to need a greater than 114.3mm caliber gun to do so. The other thing you need to watch out for is this turret ring. It is only around about 219 to 230mm thick. And if we were to fire the premium heat at this vehicle, you might look at this and say, well, that's not too bad, but the problem is they can go straight through the gun manlet. And given that the armor flashlight is in the game now, they will find this. Hull armor is okay on the upper section, but on the lower plate, pretty much everybody's going to pen you. This is not an E3 or E4 or even E5 lower plate where they have random ricochet points, pretty much all of it's green. And unfortunately, this is not actually a very good side scraper, because this up the top bit here is only 44.5mm thick, which means that if you were to meet an E100, they can just overmatch you on the side every single time, and even underneath at the rear, but most of the time, on the upper bit. So the M103's armor is not great, but it's also not terrible. If you've watched my grind series, you know that I didn't really enjoy myself playing this, but that's more so because I was using a fire extinguisher and no gold. And the main feature of this tank is probably the 340 heat rounds. Not that many tier 9s get this, and you should really use it if you can. But overall, okay armor, good enough DPM, good enough gun, it's okay. Well, Himmelsdorf, my home. It's time to go to Banana and hope that the enemy team also go Banana and not onto the hill. Now, who would like to be the first contestant who tries to peek? Oh, we also have Intuition now, which is lovely. Oh, lovely bit of lag as well. VK7501K, which is the fake VKK, is peeking. That's the reason why it's the fake one. VKK, small version. VKK at home. Ah, thank you so much. You are more than welcome to go forwards if you would like to, but that's not really a great idea. Oh wow, I don't actually pen that. Interesting. Well, I'm now blocked by my own team. Do I have more DPM than this guy? I probably don't. I can't get out of this. Please. I need to try and cross. He's just fired. The T95 will never hit me. It's fine. Interesting position. I don't know what they were doing. That one went way too high. Do you reckon I can kill him in time before it drops? No. Okay. That up there is a bit of an issue. I don't know if I can still be shot from across. So we're just going to back off from here. Okay. I've now learned that you can still get shot from there. T95 just shot and killed that guy. That's actually quite lucky it didn't hit the pylon thing. This is going to be painful. I'm pretty sure the T95 can overmatch my roof, or at least part of it. I kind of needed that to die. I don't actually know what the T95 is using because I think he hit my gun when it blocked. So it didn't register on the blocking damage. It doesn't matter now. We are very, very quickly running out of heat though. The hill looks sort of secure. One more and the Tiger Mouse should be dead. Goodbye, Mr. Tiger Mouse. Okay. And now we should go back up onto the hill, I think. I need to try and back this guy up. Yeah. This is what we need to do. We need to try and kill this and then help him out. The RM103 should be okay though. You should kill this and then we can just kill the SU. There we go. And he's going to receive one shot from the M103 and I'll finish him off after. There you go, finish him off. Wonderful. Look at that. Teamwork, chat. You ever seen such beautiful teamwork? The RT's there as well, getting ready to shotgun the T10. That'll be lovely if we could get another kill or another shot of damage. There we go. Very, very nice. 5.3, 4 kills, only a first class though. Apply. At tier 10, we have the T110E5. The gun is pretty much exactly the same as the M103, it just has better stats in general. Still has the 400 alpha, 258 standard pen, and the premium round being 340 heat. Same HE at 60 pen and 515 alpha. But you now have a 7.11 second reload, which gives you 3,376 DPM, with a 0.31 accuracy and 1.76 second aim time. You also have 2,500 hit points, but that is using hardening. If we were to remove that, you'd have 2,270. You go at 42 km/h forwards, 15 in reverse, and 17.3 power to weight. So actually the fastest in the line so far. And if we were to remove the turbo, it is 38 forwards, 13 in reverse, and 16.16 power to weight. Once again, around about that 6% camo rating and 451 meters view range. Now the armor of the E5 is kind of a bit weird. You see, this isn't really a hold down tank. This is a brawling, getting into your face sort of tank. Because you have a big old cupola, which a lot of people are just going to outright pen. 240 pen at this tier is absolutely nothing, and they can shoot it pretty much everywhere. But if you do need to expose the cupola, then make sure that you put your gun up and try to block it, because it's going to bounce, especially if they have heat. Although I will say gun blocking is sometimes just very hit or miss that it actually works. For the rest of the armor though, you are looking very, very good. The upper hull is very strong. The turret in general is very strong. And even against heat rounds, this is a very, very good well-armored tank. I will say though that once again, this does have the same issue as the M103 where they can pen the gun mantlet with around about 300 pen needed. And that's either side. The lower plate on this vehicle is very, very strange. Ideally, you should always be firing your highest pen at the lower plate because it's so incredibly troll. If we were to just use standard rounds for a second and then we show the lower plate, as it angles, you'll see, look at all these triangles that just suddenly appear. And it's just incredibly troll when you're trying to hit something. If it's wiggling side by side and just trying to be annoying, you will get random bounces on this lower plate. And the thing is, at least if you use heat rounds, it then negates some of that. This doesn't have the same problem with the side armor as the M103 does, but it does below. So if we go back to the trusty E100, you can see that the side armor just gets overmatched absolutely every single time. So this vehicle is played a little bit differently from basically every other tank. You want to be kind of up close and personal in their face, trying to gun block as and when you can, but also just trying to wiggle to try and get random bounces. This is one of the most frustrating tanks to have in your face, especially if they're gun blocking. And a lot of players do actually just panic because they don't know where to shoot it. Even if you use the armor flashlight on this vehicle, it's sometimes that you'll see an armor flashlight and be green and it just randomly bounces because you've moved a little bit. But not only is the armor very, very good for brawling, you also have one of the best guns at tier 10 for a heavy tank. Overall, this tank is one of the most competitive vehicles in the random battles for just grinding a load of damage. Okay, we go on highway. This is good. Oh. This is slightly awkward. Oh well, I'm going to take another hit here maybe. Ooh, I'm okay. The problem is, I can't really peek this for this exact reason, because the Capola is on the wrong side. So I can't even spot him when he fires. At least from here we could actually go hold down. Not hold down, but side scrape. I mean, that was an interesting play from the 430U. Are we being too aggressive here, or are we okay? The Chief and 260 have already ran. I'm really, you know what I'm really annoyed about the most? The fact that they blocked this off, so I can't shoot through it anymore. It's so sad. You used to be able to go right here and just shoot through this to shoot the IS-7. Okay, the IS-7 is now dead. The only problem is that... I mean, there's only... I don't know who put that there. There's only one TD. So we might be okay. 260 hasn't actually run all the way away. Jackal's at the back though. The 60 DP is going on an almighty spotting run. He has spotted the Jackal. Excellent. Spotting run complete. You know what? We're going to try and go down into here. I might actually stay undetected until really, really late, which is what I'm hoping. Then I'm out the way of the gorilla, which would be very, very good. Oh, M48 and gorilla is there. This is very good indeed. And then we can finish this off. Oh, look at that. It's working. Go back to standard rounds, because you probably don't need them for an M48. I say probably. Gorilla. Remember how I said that we probably don't need them for an M48? I lied. We hit those. No problem. No problem at all. We hit that as well. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to hide behind this. What on earth is going on here? The gorilla didn't die, did he? The gorilla's still alive. Wait. I can't shoot through that! You can't shoot through that! You might be able to. I don't know, but... that didn't work when I just tried it. I mean, 4.1, 2.6k assistance, 5 kills. This is very good. We don't have any more applies. You're going to have to pretend, okay? Apply. And finally, we have the tier 11, the T803. And as I do with all of these tier 11s, I do need to disclaim that we are using the fully upgraded state and we do have bounty equipment. Because once you get to tier 11, you might as well use it. And I've also removed the ammo tuning perk because it does change the penetration and alpha. Hence why these are now in red. You now have 420 alpha damage with 267 standard penetration. The premium round is heat again, but you have 345 millimeters of pen. The HE on this vehicle is 60 pen with 530 alpha. You have a 7.07 second reload time, and that gives you 3,565 DPM. But this is actually only just base DPM, and it can go a lot higher with the ability, which we'll move on to in a second. You have 0.3 dispersion and 1.71 second aim time. 2,670 hit points, and that is using hardening. If we're removing that, 2,400. Top speed of the vehicle is 44 km/h, 17 in reverse, and 20 power to weight. That is using a turbo. If we were to remove it, 39, 14, and nearly 18 power to weight. You once again have a pretty similar camo rating to the rest of the vehicles and 451 meters view range. The armor on this vehicle is insane. Yes, you have a cupola which you can pen with 227 penetration, but it's not really easy to hit this thing, especially if it's wiggling, it's going backwards and forwards, and just being annoying in general. The gun manlet's around about 325 to pen. The rest of the turret is very strong. You're not going to be penning this without heat rounds, and the upper hull is also very strong. The lower plate, however, is pretty pennable for most of what you're going to meet, but if you do use heat rounds against this vehicle, it then becomes a little bit easier to deal with. The cupola opens itself up a little bit because there is more to hit that is within the pen range, but you can also pen the upper hull pretty easily. Now obviously, if it's going to be using all the gun depression, then this is not super easy to pen, although you can pen underneath the turret every single time, and you can even do so with AP rounds. Now depending on how the T803 is looking at you, if he turns a little bit to this side, you can actually pen here pretty easily, but most of the time when you do meet one of these things, just pen the cupola. You also can't really side scrape because this bit overhangs the tracks and is very easily pennable, even with AP. And if you rock backwards and forwards, then you can open up yourself to getting overmatched under the side skirts. The lower plate is once again kind of similar to the E5, where it does become a little bit annoying to pen at certain angles, but for the most part this is actually a better lower plate to hit than the E5. Another thing that I do want to mention is that the turret is very long. This extends out way further than you might think. And if you are turning to face a tank, a lot of your turret is actually exposed behind you. It isn't a deal breaker by any means, but it is something that you need to be aware of. You can also overmatch the hull armor if you're in close quarters, but that's not super reliable, especially if they're wiggling and just being annoying. Now this being a tier 11, it obviously has an ability, and the ability is that every single time you hit a tank, you don't have to penetrate it, you will get a reload time decrease. There are 5 levels of this, and it is up to a 3% efficiency increase per level, with the maximum obviously being a 15% decrease to your reload speed. Now you do need to maintain this, and you need to make sure that you are hitting a target constantly, because over time it will decrease if you don't do damage. So basically, the more that you are in the game and just brawling with people and doing a lot of damage, the better your reload is, which means that this tank thrives upon anything that you can get the reload time down with, and just brawling in general and putting damage shot after damage shot into the targets. It also kind of makes this annoying for dealing with one of these tanks because you don't quite know how quick their reload is. And just to show you how mental this actually is, we have 3,600 DPM. That will be increased to nearly 4,200 if I was using the ability completely maxed out. This, along with the BZ79, are probably the most competitive tier 11 heavies in the game. But I will say the T803 is not super easy to play. It's not an idiot-proof tank, and you will get penned if you're not careful. But if you know what you're doing, just like with the E5, it is amazing to play. I mean, only 3 tier 11s in this game though. Bravek though, okay, a little bit annoying to deal with. It is tier 9 though, as well. We start our reload reduction, although it's not really going to be much because there's no one else to shoot. I kind of want to peek over this to try and shoot the 752. Oh, look at them. They're getting so aggressive. Look at them all. 430U, 705A, they're all just waiting. We're pushing up to this. Ignore him. Nothing will hurt me. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. He pens that? You pen that? I mean, I pen that. Everybody pens. We're all so happy together. Right, can they stop hitting the cupola? This is unbelievable. The cupola does not get hit this much in this tank. I've left him on 1 HP. And that's just bad aim. The Hirschkäfer shot me. Oh, from down there. Okay, you know what? We ignore that now. P10 is still over this way somewhere. You do not hit these. See? He doesn't hit him. That was just awful. Can I please stop aiming badly now? Please? Can I please stop aiming badly? Wasn't even bad aim for that. At least that one hit. There's so much health here that I could just be farming, but I'm an absolute bot. Where are you off to? What? Where are you going? How does it bounce? What on earth is going on? I don't understand what's happening in this game. Oh, that's not good. You do kind of get a little bit baited in this tank though when you think to yourself, oh yeah, I need to keep shooting because I need to maintain my ability. But then it makes you do dumb peeks sometimes. Wait, that's not his tank. That's a different tank. Oh wow. You know what? We hit the other two. It's kind of understandable. We take 7.4k. I have no idea what just happened in this game. I mean, 7.4k, 2 kills, a little bit of spotting, but not much, and that is a second class. Apply. So that has been the T803 Tech Tree Showcase. I know a lot of people have been grinding towards going to get this thing, so it is quite popular. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all later.